Hello everyone, Jennifer Pearson here, Thistle Gypsy, with another chakra reading. So if you're new to the chakra readings that I'm doing, they were inspired by Dead Cheeky's series, but they are not the same as. With Dead Cheeky's, she had different questions for every chakra. I have decided to use the same questions, 3 questions for each chakra, but to use different decks. So I've got a total of 4 decks here, and I'm going to look at them sequentially. So first I'm going to look at each of the 3 questions using the Fractal Tarot, then I'm going to use the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards, and then the Wildwood Tarot, and then the Chrysalis Tarot. And these are all decks that are fairly new to me and that I have not fully connected to. So I'm using this as an opportunity to both explore the condition of my chakras and to get to know these decks and see how they work with this kind of reading. What kind of messages they give. So the fractal, immediately, I'll move these up. Immediately, you know, maybe you don't know this. The heart chakra is usually represented by green and sometimes pink. Green and pink are supposed to be the colors, the vibrations for the heart chakra. So here we have orange, orangey, yellowy. Finally we get to green here, but this is when I know it will be healthy. So this is for my current condition of the chakra. This is not what we want. This is not what we want. All this spiky, kind of reddish, orangey. This is the 5 of Wands. I have called this the 5 of Wands. I reordered a lot of the cards in this deck, changed their associations. So to me, this is the 5 of Wands. It shows that kind of bickery, competition, conflicty, but not deep conflict, but just, you know, I don't know. Not energy you want to see in your heart space, you know. And then the 2 of Wands here, this is what will strengthen my chakra. And it's the 2 of Wands. For me, I called this the 2 of Wands. It looks like a path moving on, and it's kind of bubbly. So I could see this. This is reminding me of champagne right now. So maybe I need to lighten up. Or even ginger ale is also, to me, would be sort of a healing, sort of a drink or something. But I think of this like the 2 of Wands as kind of moving on. Just moving on. And I even see some of this, that bubbly stuff is kind of stones along a path or stones along a creek. To move on, move along, would, I think, strengthen that chakra. Not hold on to this, certainly, but move on. And then how will I know when the chakra is healthy? Then we have this beautiful card, which is the 10 of Pentacles. I'll feel abundant and rich and healthy, and I think protected, because this reminds me of a shell, so I will feel protected. And there's a great deal of beauty, I think, in this particular card. So maybe that's another thing. Maybe I will feel particularly beautiful when this... and maybe that life in general is beautiful when this chakra is healthy. But I clearly have a long way to go. I wasn't too surprised to find that there was some trouble in the heart chakra. But that's okay. So this is just sort of trying to understand and to look at what will strengthen it, what will heal and strengthen it. Alright, so we're going to move on now to the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards, and all these decks are pre-shuffled. Wakinian Thunder Beings for the condition. That is kind of weird, though. I'm not sure I want thunder beings in my heart chakra. Again, it might be a little overpowering, like the Five of Wands. All right, what will strengthen? The Bison Nation and Man. Kind of similar to what I was getting. Not quite the same card, but kind of similar to what I was getting for my solar plexus, which was the spirit of man, but also had to do with abundance and yeah, that sort of thing. Oh, well, this makes total sense. I love when these things happen like this. How will you know when your heart chakra is healthy? This, I don't know why they're in tree stumps, and even in the guidebook, it really doesn't completely explain this, but it's, you know, it's essentially a lover's card. Well, with it coming over, and actually, maybe this has kind of explained it to me. Rooted, you know, a rooted relationship, a rooted love, somehow maybe rooted in the earth or something like that. Ten of Pentacles was giving me that idea. Now, I'm not very familiar with this deck, and same is true to some extent with the Wildwood and the Chrysalis, and so I am going to look at these two cards. Thunder Beings I've never pulled from this deck, and I think I've looked at this before. This one I've seen before. And we're just going to see. So these do get a little bit long because I'm pulling from all these decks and because I have to consult the guidebook. So 8, 9, and 7. Oh, they're all in close alignment there. And that is not because I haven't shuffled the deck. I've actually shuffled it a lot and for different things. I am created from stone. It sounds like I'm stony-hearted. It's interesting. I'll read this part. It says, because it relates to some extent to the Five of Wands as being a somewhat stormy card. It says, to know me, know the storms I bring. Storms that cut like a knife through the building heat of day. So that's really interesting. Knowing the raw power of the lightning that flashes and sears. Know the sound of my voice as I call out what I am charged to do. So I find that an interesting analogy for the heart. Know the storms I bring. Okay. I am created from stone. In his wisdom, Inyan sent me forth into the world to oversee the caretakers of earth, to assist them in their role. I am like no human. I am electric energy, and I course through all things. My current cleanses and destroys. My great wings bring sudden and terrible winds. The raw energy from my eye changes the vision of a human. So, and there's another section that I'll read. But one of the things that, you know, when we talk about the chakras, a lot of times we talk about the characteristics that are associated with that chakra. You know, like for the heart, you think about, you know, the condition of your love life or how you're expressing love and if your heart is open or not and that kind of thing. But the chakras are also physical. They are about physical energy and physical healing. And so this is interesting to me. The electrical aspect I like and feel some gratitude toward because I have had some arrhythmia issues in the past. They've never been able to catch it on tape. They've never been able to do it. But, you know, it's something that's really hard to miss when it's your heart and your body. It's like, whoa, what's happening? And I haven't had that in a while, and so this, I feel like this card is reassuring me that that electrical system is on target and working. Okay, so continuing with that card, it says, allow your natural polarities to help direct you in your walk of life. You have choices about how to conduct your energies and where to channel them. Using your skills, let your unique electricity flow in the direction of the highest good. Be conscious of the direction in which you cast your lightning bolts. Take care not to throw them in a haphazard manner. Careless use of energy might mean wasting this personal dynamic on projects irrelevant to your inner self. When energies are not wisely conserved, but are short-circuited, a storm brews within, and you are more likely to throw your thunderbolts without control. So, there you go. I can see some of it, and some of it's like, well, whatever. I think it is one of those dual cards in the sense that I do get that reassurance, but I also feel like it's reflecting this. There's kind of brewing conflict or something down there. Okay, so the Bison Nation man. And I was right there, and then I lost it. Okay, it's attainment. I am here, spirit of the Bison Nation, spirit of the creation of humanity. I saw fit to put upon the earth one who would live differently from his brothers, yet not. One who would join the spirits of all beings, yet remain intact. I am present in this day among you. I seek recognition from you. I am your very essence of animal-human kinship. I am what I am, that you may say, Aho mitakuye oyasin, which I'm sure I just massacred. So I'm not getting too much from that. Your past action and the faith you have shown have led you to the attainment of your higher goal. So this is what will strengthen the chakra. Maybe I need to set higher goals. I'm sure I have not attained them. You will be experiencing this on both the physical and spiritual levels. Remember to give thanks for all that you attain and to congratulate yourself. Okay, so I think it's having gratitude for, the relationships I have had, even if they haven't worked out perfectly. Yes. Remember to give thanks for all that you attain and to congratulate yourself for a job well done and for your patience and perseverance. And also I think knowing that I did my best to make this situation honest and trying to come from a heart space, I think. If you have not yet achieved the fruits of your labor, you are either being asked to use your skills and gifts more fully, or to keep faith and be patient. Success is on its way. I'm not even sure. Well, we'll see. I'm not even sure what success would be at this point. There is much to accomplish in life, and it is all waiting for your approach one step at a time. I could see that, just, in other words, kind of not sweat it. You could also see it as, there are more fish in the sea with all of those bison. So, in this card, excuse me, as it's the afternoon, and I ate not too long ago, and it's cloudy and rainy, and I could probably take a nap, but I decided to do cards instead. And this is self-explanatory as how I will know when my heart chakra is healthy. So So let's take a look at the Wildwood Tarot. Why does he look familiar? But I don't think it was in a chakra reading. It was for something else. This is the Sun card, and so it's solar plexus, and this is sort of solar plexus-y, sacral chakra-y energy here too. So that's there's a mingling, sort of intermingling sense here that my self-esteem and the way I project myself in the world and that sort of thing is tied up with my heart chakra. They're linked. I feel like they're interlinked. And this is a lovely card. 4 of Stones, protection. That's a lovely card to get there. This I take to be, I'm getting to like this guy. He's a little threatening, but I'm starting to get him. And I can't for the life of me remember what I just got him for, so I've been meditating on. He's a little hard to look at. He's a little hard to look at. But in here, and this is called 9 of Bows, respect. So it'd be like the 9 of Wands. I see this as kind of standing my ground, protecting, challenging. And what really came to mind at first was not being trod upon, to not allow yourself to be trod upon. This character is supposed to be a protector of the inner forest. You know, you can only go so deep before you will run into this character who challenges you. And I don't think I'm the one challenging at this point here. I think he's on my side. I think that he is challenging. He is there saying that, you know, I'm on guard, in a sense. I am this person here, and I am challenging. You know, it's like you will go no further until you have proven that you are worthwhile or worthy. And I won't allow you to tread on me. So, this is what will strengthen my heart chakra. And again, although it's kind of in the area of the heart, it is in the area of the heart. It's also solar plexus. I mean, it is the Sun card, but it is offset. Yep. So it is in the heart. That beam there that's coming through. And we got the horse in the background. There's still this aspect of moving on or energy. So I'll take a look at that. I haven't pulled to see if they have a particular take on the Sun card. And then this is sweet. I love that. That's a lovely card. It's kind of like there's this aggressive level of protection here, that challenging protection, but how will I know when my heart chakra is healthy? That, you know, it won't need, you know, this won't be necessary. I think this is saying I will feel, even my most tender feelings will feel protected, will feel sheltered. Yes, I think that's sweet. I like that. What's interesting is there seems to be a lightning bolt right here. But, yeah. Alright, so I was going to look at that. To me, this is actually a more concrete message than either of these two cards, in the sense of, you know, that feeling of being secure and protected is, you know, I think I would recognize that. You know, this situation can come and go, but that's a little bit more unusual. Wrong There we go. The Sun card. Sorry if you hear a bunch of crunching. That's my dog. All right. It says, I'm just going to do the reading points. I'm not going to read everything that's here. And it looks fairly traditional. A powerful symbol of light and fertility, the sun of life heralds a season blessed with joyous enlightenment, robust health, and emotional harmony. As the glorious rays of cleansing sunlight spill into the shadows of your heart and life, so the warmth reaches into your very bones and energizes your spirit. It is time to let the inner sun of the core of your being shine for all to see, bringing warmth, light, and harmony to others, and by doing so to connect with the consciousness of the universal mind. So it's kind of saying get cosmic. So maybe, connect to higher love, connect to, I don't know, maybe just love of life. Love of life. Not let it be dependent on human relationships is sort of what I'm getting out of that. And this we already. That one's easy. that I totally get. Last, the Chrysalis. Oh, this guy, he showed up in the same position for the solar plexus chakra. So home. I think that this is saying that I'm maybe locked up. That I'm keeping things. I wish the webcam would focus. There we go. Keeping it cozy, keeping it at home. I've got this guy stationed. I've got this guy stationed out in the forest, and I'm staying in here. And now I could kind of get him. I call him Orion Hearn. He's Orion back there. And he's come up for other things, so I clearly need to come to terms with this strange figure who is really not one thing or the other. So I kind of got him for the solar plexus in terms particularly of maybe job searching, finding the right job and putting more energy into that. But I'm not sure kind of how he fits here as healing or strengthening energy for the heart chakra. We have the sunlight, so we have day and we have night here. So the Orion Hearn is Hearn the Hunter and Orion, kind of a mix with, and throw in a little Carnunos, is that what they call that kind of forest protector figure thing? I might have to dialogue with this dude or something. How are you going to strengthen my heart? I'm not... It seems like he should be over here with the protector, not with the strengthening, nurturing sorts of things. So I'm going to have to dwell on that. Especially, he's brandishing a sword. His arms are up like he's ready to, use that sword. I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions, you let me know. Let me know how that dude's going to strengthen my heart chakra, because it's not obvious to me. And he looks cold with that pale face. It does look like he's got some wisdom there, but he looks cold to me. And he's got those horns, antlers, branches, things coming out of his head. So he also looks a little bit like the devil. And I don't remember if that's what this card originally was or not. In any case. So I will have to think a little bit about that. And this one is interesting. It doesn't quite, it harkens more back to the thunder beings. This card is it the 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would be the 9 of spirals. That would be like the 9 of wands. So but there's a reason I took the traditional card associations off of this, is because it really doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, compasses, the winds of change, being blown in one direction, actually. We've got crow, we've got words. You know what I'm feeling like with the crow and the words written there is that I'll know when the heart chakra is healthy, because I will hear, I don't know if you want to say I will hear the words I want to hear, isn't quite right. Hang on just a second. Sorry, I had to check out some noise that sounded destructive. Or you could say I'll hear the words that I want. I'm sorry for the glare. Hear the words that I want to hear coming from the people that, in other words, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to be constantly sort of thinking, like, what does that mean? What is this person trying to tell me? Instead, it will be clear, so that all these swirls, that will be energy that I will be able to grasp and understand. And it could be also that I'll know that when my heart chakra is healthy, because as changes go on in relationships, I won't be fazed by them. He can huff and puff and blow as much as he wants to, and I can remain kind of steady and not reactive to it. Also, actually, this makes a lot of sense to me too. I think of those as crows rather than ravens, and crows are great for giving warnings. And so I think that that's another thing. When my heart chakra is healthy, I will heed the warnings of those crows. I will heed the warning. Yep. And maybe I will see the writing on the wall. All of those things. So actually it ends up being a very fruitful card in terms of like lessons that can be applied when I have a healthy heart chakra. All right, that's that. It's a miracle. Normally these things are well over 30 minutes long. So this time I must be getting to know the decks a little better, or something. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but that's it. Not sure when I'll be able to find the time to get onto the throat chakra, although that is one that I feel also needs to be addressed. So stay tuned. If you're curious, watch my channel, subscribe to my channel, and I will be back doing this for the upper chakras. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.